Let me just take you back to now the beginning. I mean, this
Yeah.
is, I'm very fortunate to have been associated with you from day one.
Yeah.
What do you recall from our conversations 2018, when we first started interacting about this, when
Yeah.
Skyroot was just an idea
Yeah.
in your and Bharat's head?
Yeah, so in fact, like I was very excited to meet you because I was a user of Myntra's products. So I used to use a lot. So I thought like founder of Myntra, meeting you itself, I had no expectation. I thought like meeting you itself was great. So in fact, I think after reaching out on LinkedIn, immediately the same weekend you gave time to meet.
Best
So we
LinkedIn
traveled.
response
Yes.
I've ever done.
Yes, yeah, just good that you saw the
Right.
message, responded immediately, and I think there is a great. It is destined to happen probably, because you saw it and then you like space.
Yeah, and it was not in isolation. I was actually, for last few years before that, I was thinking about space and why there is not a space company. And I had a latent desire, but obviously on my own, I couldn't have done anything. I was obviously not expecting that you will reach out to LinkedIn.
Yeah.
But I am so glad I responded
Oh
back.
yeah. So that's I think there's that's a good something a streak of luck or streak of greatness which happened. And then we met on the weekend, and then there was I don't know whether you remember, it was a clear frequency match.
Yeah, that's right.
And then
Yeah, I remember, I think half an hour into it, you were on the whiteboard explaining, and
Correct,
we
correct.
were
I
having
was
a
just
technical
writing all
discussion
this
about
technical-
exactly,
Correct.
I was starting to really guess, do you guys really know what you're talking about? You're just claiming you're going to build rockets. Sorry.
Yes. So at that time, like I was 27 at that time, and then like very naive. We would have realized. So and then we were like sketching out what is the plan, what next, etc. And then like you really liked the fact, the enthusiasm, etc. And then I think that we it was supposed to be like I think few minutes meeting, and then we extended to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you said I'm going to invest. And then we were also very excited. We didn't expect. So we didn't expect. So it was.
When you and Bharat were going back, like, were you checking, like, is the guy bluffing? Is he serious?
No. In fact, like we were very excited because we trusted you literally. We thought that it is going to go through, and then we thought, is it real? Because we didn't expect.
Yeah.
and then we were thinking like what to do. What is the next steps? We need to take it up. We were really excited. It was like this lift-off moment that time. I'm very curious to ask you, like, I just want to turn the tables and
Okay.
ask you few questions on like, what on our first interactions.
Yeah.
Right. So it's been now, I think it has also been quite a discussion, in the ecosystem of your investment in Skyroot. It's like, that it is literally built what Skyroot is today. And so I want to hear your thought process, because at that time when two people just came to you and then came with an idea literally without with no proof of success, or so what is your thought process on what made you do the investment?
Yeah.
And both on the industry side, on the people side, why you thought that you should back the company?
I think two things. I have loved science all my life. I have watched anything that has happened in space for a long period of time, the SpaceX story and so on. So, and I had this strong desire for that. We should have private space companies in India. So that thought was growing somewhere back of my mind. After I moved on from Flipkart in 2016, I had some liquidity.
Yeah.
And one of the actually very in the hindsight, very good decision I made is I'll do very concentrated bets.
Yeah.
Like typically people become angel investor, you write 25 lakh here, 50 lakh here, and I realized nothing comes out of that.
Yeah.
So I had, what I did was whatever liquid money I had, half of them I put in CureFit, other half I kept for, I'll put in just one or two companies.
Okay.
And one of them I just committed, my first check, similar size in Grow.
Yeah.
Which also fortunately worked out very well.
Yes. Yeah.
And then the last check was left in some ways.
Okay.
And that I really wanted to invest behind a moonshot.
Yeah.
So in some ways, I was prepared in some ways, both financially as well as mindset wise.
Yeah.
And just talking to you guys, I could see you were really prepared. You didn't come to that meeting just on a whim, let's go build rockets.
Yeah.
You have done your homework, you know what you're talking about. And somewhere, you say there is something, Pawan, that you say in words, but you also communicate through body language.
Yeah.
So I think your deep conviction and passion for this space was like very, very clear. So I got inspired, talking to you guys. I thought there is a real shot of doing something. If I lose this money, that's fine. But at least we would have, for me, the fact that you guys are willing to work for a very long period of time really was the clincher.
Yeah.
Because if you said we'll try for 2-3 years and see what happens, and I won't have invested, because it was clear that most likely rocket will not happen. If it happens, it will take 10 years.
Yeah.
So I think that long-term orientation is really what sealed the deal for me.
Amazing, amazing. In fact, like, I think India needs more risk-taking capital, like how you gave, that time. And also, I think what really helped also is that you being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And you have seen is like you can understand other entrepreneurs well. And so that way, I think you're able to feel the thing beyond the financial metrics or something else. You just back the people's mindsets. And I think I hope like India can take more people like you can take more risks